So let's talk about type 1 diabetes, which I'm kind of excited about because I think it's the first time we've mentioned type 1 diabetes on the 5 seasons of the podcast. I thought this was so neat. Scientists had already invented cells that produce insulin on behalf of people with type 1 diabetes that can't. They implant them into the body, right? And then the body is able to produce insulin. The issue with these implanted cells is that they need oxygen and they can't produce it on their own, so they eventually run out. So they have solved this problem now. They've made this new device. It looks like it's kind of like when you pull out your SIM card on your phone, and it's like that like thin rectangular shape, and then that sort of chip thing kind of looks like that. It has the cells that people need to produce insulin and a system of producing oxygen inside this device. This is beyond my scientific knowledge, but it somehow produces oxygen by splitting water vapor in the body. So, in theory, people with type 1 diabetes can get these implanted, and that's it. They're good to go.
Good to go for like ever?
So the answer is we don't know yet. This is one of those things that's in the beginning phases of testing. So they tested it on mice, good to go. Now they're testing on humans. Part of the issue with these implantation devices is that the body's immune system builds like scar tissue around it because they're trying to reject it because it's a foreign, object in the body. So it probably can't just be like they put it into the body. Even if let's say optimistically it works in humans, they can't just put it in the body and then like they're done. However, it can be seems like potentially put into the body for a decently long period of time. So this is one of those things. This happens a lot when we talk about science and tech on the show, that it's in its early stages, but it seems very interesting.
Sounds quite cool.
Yeah. And I got another one about that for you, which is that a Japanese startup is the first to develop a drug that lets you regrow teeth. Yeah. So again, this is another one that's in testing. It was successfully done in mice. So such a weird. Imagine how like your daily life is in this lab that's like seeing if the mice are growing teeth from this drug. Anyway, the mice did grow teeth. And now they're going to test it in kids, actually, that have a condition where they are born without the ability to grow all of their permanent teeth. So they're going to try that. And they're feeling very optimistic about it. They're hoping that it's going to be on the market by 2030. And I don't know. I just thought it was really cool, probably because I had to get veneers when I was younger because my teeth got ruined. It's a long story. And like, how cool would it have been to maybe like take a drug and just like regrow a tooth?
It's funny. One of our sons was very late to have teeth come in, like well past year one. And I would have these nightmares about like them never getting their teeth, like that they would just be toothless at age 10 or something. But had I known this drug was around, I, of course, would have been much more chill about the prospect. Not that that ever actually came to pass. They just were, late teeth developers. But, and I'm sure if you can figure out how to grow teeth, you could figure out how to grow other things like cartilage or bones or something. It's got to be a more, like once you've been able to turn on that particular gene or that particular protein or that particular switch, presumably, that switch works for other calcium or other tissue or other bones.
Yeah, potentially, right? And then we might be having nightmares about things growing too much, like a la Hermione and Harry Potter. I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan, but
yes,
that's what came to my mind.
That's right. That's the flip side of like, there's too little and there's too much. We want the Goldilocks solution to these issues.
But keeping our eye on these crazy scientists that do crazy stuff on mice all the time and then just come up with amazing solutions.